Hi LEGO fans, and welcome to the first Tuesday of Advent. My favourite Tuesday this year was Pancake Day, but it really crept up on me. With 22 days of Advent calendar doors remaining, we see a lot of clustering in the pack. Friends moved down to last place yesterday with 5 points despite a pretty passable piano. They share last place with Spider-Man, who made a rookie mistake by gifting minifigure accessories as a daily gift. Harry Potter had a stinker of a day, balancing out a day one win with an almost recognisable "Is that a lion?" They're in joint second place with Star Wars, who proved the force is still strong with the Princess Leia minifigure. Also sharing second place is Disney, who presented a nice little Moana-themed Heart of Te Fiti Beach mini-build. The one to watch right now is LEGO City, who maintain consistency with this mechanical drilling machine, and that bumped them up to first place with 10 points. Will Potter putter, or will the princesses prevail? Let's find out as we tear open door number 3 of every LEGO Advent Calendar. We're starting today's Advent Calendar Smackdown with LEGO City, who are off to a great start in first place with 10 points. So let's see what's behind door number 3 up in the top right this time, and what do we have here? Oh, I like that. Okay, so we've got a dog in a Christmas sweater with a bowl and a bone. That's a nice thing. Let's have a look at the thing itself. Obviously, we'll get this out on camera in a second, but that is a really nice element. I wonder if that's exclusive. Anyway, let's take a look at him in closer detail and see if he is indeed a good boy. So from LEGO City, we have the gift which keeps on giving. We've got this adorable golden Labrador, complete with Christmas sweater, a nice yellow bowl for its puppy chow, and a bone. In fact, we get 2 of these inside the calendar. The bone and the bowl are a nice accessory, but the dog is a star of the show. I love my dog, but I can't bring myself to tell him he's adopted. The facial printing is super crisp, but there is a little bit of a defect on the nose. I like that the sweater is dual moulded into the animal, giving crisp delineation between the 2 colours. I'm also a big fan of the Christmas sweater design. Best of all, there's a stud up on top. That means this pampered pooch can take his pet pals for a ride. This is a super nice gift, festively themed, and continues a very strong start for LEGO City. Next up, it's LEGO Star Wars, who absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Princess Leia minifigure yesterday. Let's see what goodness lies behind door number 3, and what do we have here? What do we have? It's a ship. We've got to expect these with Star Wars. I usually like it when they're original trilogy. I think that's going to be a TIE fighter. I'm not entirely certain, but let's put this little thing together and see how it looks fully constructed. So from LEGO Star Wars, we have our second ship in 3 days. This is the iconic TIE fighter, but not what I would choose. I mean, why choose a TIE fighter for battle? You want one that wins, not ties. Unlike the X-Wing, this one sits quite nicely without needing a stand. Nonetheless, a couple of trans 1x1 bricks always makes life a little bit easier. One of the most recognisable features is the large dome at the front. Because of this, Rebel and New Republic pilots often refer to these craft as eyeballs. The blue colouring on the wings seemed to me a little unusual, but when I did a little research, I could find sets like the 726RE TIE Fighter which had the same detail. Anyone else's OCD triggered by the LEGO logo not being the right way around? In terms of festive theming, this is about as festive as an Easter egg. The TIE Fighter is a most impressive piece of military equipment, but when it comes to today's scoring, can it beat a puppy in a Christmas sweater? We'll find out in 2 shakes of a Wampa's tail. So our day 3 calendar for today is Spider-Man. After a stinker of a day yesterday, we're really looking for something good here. Now, Jeremy's not very good at pressing the button on the camera, so you might notice I've already opened this. I'm going to pretend I don't know what's inside, and let's see what we got in door number 3. So, you know what, even on the audio before, I have no clue what this is. We've got a garbage can, we've got some kind of receptacle here with a roller skate on the front. Is that mailbox? And then there's some kind of, well, it's like a rucksack that goes on the back of a minifigure. I'm sure this is a reference to one of the movies, but I'm not sure which. Maybe it's some kind of secret drop of, I don't know, there's a camera inside there. Who knows? I'm going to put this together and let's see if we can figure it out between us. And so from Spider-Man, we have this collection of random stuff. There's a green garbage can which might turn out to be ironic, a rather nice backpack element, and for those of you who were born after the age of the internet, a newspaper vending machine. Now the inside of the flap with the instructions shows a white web element. This seemed to be strangely missing from my version until I looked closer. That web element is actually transparent, which means we don't get it. Yes, we've got to use one of the parts we got yesterday. This is what I think LEGO intended us to make. It's some kind of web trap thingy. The web should fold up, holding the backpack inside the newspaper vending machine. But of course we can only judge what's behind the door, so bye bye web. One redeeming feature of today's gift is the coin collection device at the top of the vending machine. I like the use of a snot brick and a roller skate to create the mechanism. To be fair, the green garbage can is a nice element, and so is that backpack. If you put all of this together with the web, and you understand the reference from the movie this is referring to, I'm sure this is a great gift. Without the web, it's a little bit of a random collection of stuff. Will that stop Spider-Man from taking first place and 6 points today? Well, what do you think? Swiftly moving on to calendar 4, we've got the boy what gone unlived, Harry Potter. Let's see what we've got behind door number 3. Hopefully something marvellous. And okay, this looks like I won't say advent calendar filler because we've got some good stuff on here, but it's basically one of the house tables with some food on top by the looks of it. There are some nice elements. I don't see anything immediately exclusive. Nice cream pie. We've got a croissant. Yeah, that's how we pronounce it. Croissant and not... Oh, no, that's how the Americans pronounce it. It's croissant, not croissant. Anyway, I'll set my American views straight. And yeah, a bunch of good stuff. It's going to be a middle of the road gift, I think, but let's put this table together and we shall judge it alongside the other Advent atrocities. And so from LEGO Harry Potter we have some background filler today. It's one of the house tables complete with some yummy treats. Does that mean we're going to get 4 of these? It's not the most exciting gift I've ever seen, but it's a nice collection of LEGO elements. I always wonder if LEGO bricks get separation anxiety. Treats include a croissant, which is quite a common element, a delicious looking cream-filled pie, a chocolate chip cookie, and Luna Lovegood will be pleased to know that there is indeed pudding. The table is a pretty simple build, but there are no studs for a minifigure to sit on. That's totally fine because these minifigures don't have bendable legs. It's scaled perfectly for these Year 1 minifigures who can just stand at the tables. Harry will not be included for judging purposes, but he'll sure make some good clickbait on the thumbnail. This definitely won't stand out as one of the best gifts from Harry Potter, but as Advent Calendar filler goes, this is pretty good. Good enough to win Gift of the Day? We'll see. Our penultimate calendar for today is those LEGO Friends. I usually refer to these guys as the Heart Lake City Mafia because they live in huge mansions, but they appear to have downsized this year, which is it's kind of not helping my backstory here. But anywho, let's crack into door number 3 and see what we've got here. I am tearing the front of the calendar, and oh, that looks pretty. Yeah, we've seen stuff like this before. It's going to be a snowboarding ramp, so we've got some kind of ramp, we've got a snowboard, and then a helmet in... Oh, now actually, these are some really, really nice colours. We've got a kind of a neon yellow, which is quite unusual. I've never seen a helmet in that colour before, so actually I'm quite excited about that. Let's put it together, and we shall see how it stacks up against the other gifts. And so from LEGO Friends, we have a snowboard, complete with helmet and a slope. I'm not a big fan of winter sports, but I do like the Jewish snowboarding event, Slalom. The slope is not exactly exciting, but it is pretty recognisable. What I do like are the snowboard and helmet in neon yellow. That colour really pops. The snowboard is a pretty common element inside advent calendars, but I don't think I've ever seen one in this colour before. The same goes for that helmet, which looks just a little ridiculous on Paisley. I definitely admire the safety helmet, but I don't think she's really dressed for snowboarding. If it were not for the neon yellow accessories, I think this would be a lacklustre gift. But those unusual coloured elements really help to lift this up. Will it lift them up to Gift of the Day? We'll find out in just a moment. And so all good things must come to an end, but today we're finishing off with the Disney Princess calendar, which has been pretty good so far. So let's punch open door number 3 and see what bippity boppity goo goodness we've got in here. Bippity boppity goo? I mean bippity boppity boo? Oh, it's Ariel, or baby Ariel, I'm not sure. And a gift. I guess the gift makes it festive, therefore we have to give it consideration for festive gift of the day. Even though I think there's another gift which might outsmart this one. Yeah, it's another one of these little micro dolls with the weird hands, but I do like the little fishy tail there. That's quite an unusual piece. We've got squidgy red hair, so yeah, it's Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and no flounder. What a shame. Anyway, let's put Ariel together and see how she looks. And so, throwing a cat among the pigeons with a micro doll, we have Ariel the Little Mermaid and a gift. The Ariel Microdoll is technically new and exclusive to the calendar, although she is made of parts which have been used before. Contrary to what I said earlier, the hair is in fact hard plastic, but it is stunning. The same goes for that facial print, which is crisp and detailed, although I think she may be painting on those eyebrows. One dual moulded element makes up the torso, arms and tail. I've got to say this is really nicely done. There's also some really nice printing picking out Ariel's navel and other features. Of course, Ariel wears seashells because she outgrew the bee shells. Like Moana, Ariel comes with an unfeasibly large gift which she couldn't possibly open with those mutant hands. A nice bonus is the second gift which you can make with the spare parts. We'll be excluding that for judging purposes. Although I'm not usually a fan of microdolls, I am a sucker for a redhead. On a day when we've got no minifigures to compete with, this could be a good day for the princesses. I think it's time to award some points. And so we have all 6 Tuesday tributes from behind door number 3 of every LEGO Advent Calendar. From LEGO City we got a dog with Christmas sweater. From LEGO Star Wars, nothing says Christmas like a TIE fighter. I'm not entirely sure what we got from Spider-Man, but in the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap! Harry Potter tried to bribe us with a table full of tasty snacks. And LEGO Friends gave us some snowboarding equipment and a slope. Finally, it's always a good day when you get a minifigure, but we got Ariel from the Disney calendar. So which one of these acrylonitrile butadiene styrene offerings is a good boy? Oh yes he is! Oh yes he is! Who's a good boy? And which needs to be swept away in an avalanche whilst trying to do a 720 on the slopes? Let's award some points! It was difficult scoring today, but I'm going to give last place and 1 point to Spider-Man for their incomplete gift. If you wanted to include a web element, you should have just put it behind the door. Coming in 5th and earning 2 points for Star Wars is the TIE Fighter. I'm sure it'll be an unpopular decision, but my decision is final. 4th place and 3 points is going to LEGO Friends on account of those neon yellow elements. Yes, I'm a sucker for colourful objects. Harry Potter didn't blow me away today, but I am going to give him 4 points and 3rd place for the table loaded with food. It's a nice selection of elements and well themed to the Great Hall. Some people might find this a little rough, but I am going to give 2nd place and 5 points to the Disney calendar for their Ariel the Little Mermaid microdoll. Today's winner was pretty easy. You can't beat an exclusive dog with a Christmas sweater. LEGO City takes 6 points, plus a bonus point for Festive Gift of the Day. But do you agree with today's scores? Do I deserve to be fed to the Sarlacc in the Great Pet of Carcoon for disrespecting the Empire? Or should I be savaged by an XL bully for giving in to the cute factor and giving LEGO City 7 points? As always, please do share your thoughts in the comments or just say hi. I do read them every day and I respond to as many as I possibly can. So the big question is, after 3 days and 18 gifts, how does the leaderboard look? Getting off to a really bad start is Spider-Man languishing in last with 6 points. 5th place goes to LEGO Friends with 8 points. And in 4th, finally reaching double digits, is Star Wars with 10 points. The boy wizard, unimpressed with my scores, is shooting back bogey hexes as he's in 3rd with 12 points. That little stumble from Potter allowed Disney to move forward into 2nd place with 13 points. So this year's early winner is LEGO City with a massive 17 points and a 4-point advantage over the Disney princesses. Of course, everything can and probably will change tomorrow, so if you're not already subscribed, do that now. I'll be back tomorrow for a whimsical Wednesday with another 6 gifts from behind door number 4 of every LEGO Advent Calendar. So have a terrific Tuesday, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.